welcome. Today, we're diving into 3 essential questions that can transform your research from surface level to truly impactful. These questions will help you assess if your research design is solid and set up for success. Ready to strengthen your foundation and make your research journey smoother? Let's begin. First, take a moment to ask yourself, is your research question truly crystal clear? Before you dive into your project, it's essential to pause and reflect on the clarity of your guiding question. This is the foundation of your entire research journey. A strong research question is focused, specific, and researchable. It acts as a compass, guiding every decision you make along the way. It helps you stay on track, ensuring that your efforts are directed toward meaningful outcomes, rather than getting lost in irrelevant details. If your question is vague or too broad, your study risks wandering without direction. You might end up collecting data that doesn't actually answer your question, or drawing conclusions that are weak and unsupported. This can lead to frustration and wasted time. A well-defined question shapes every aspect of your research, from your literature review to your methodology and analysis. It helps you identify what information is relevant, what methods to use, and how to interpret your results. Try stating your research question in one concise sentence. Can you clearly name what you'll investigate, the variables involved, and the context? If you can, you're on the right track. If not, it's time to revisit and refine your question. Don't hesitate to revise your question multiple times. Refining it until it's sharp and unambiguous is a crucial step. Ask for feedback from peers or mentors. They can help you spot areas that need clarification. Achieving this clarity will make your research process much more manageable and your findings far more meaningful. You'll be able to communicate your purpose and results with confidence. Remember, a focused and well-articulated question is your greatest ally throughout your research journey. It keeps you motivated and ensures your work has real impact. If you're ever unsure about your question, take it as a sign to strengthen it. The clearer your question, the stronger your research will be. Next, let's take a closer look at a crucial question. Are your methods truly aligned with your research objectives? This alignment is the foundation of any successful project, whether you're working in science, business, or the social sciences. Without it, your efforts can easily become scattered or ineffective, no matter how hard you work. Think of your methods as the vehicle that gets you to your destination. Your research question is the destination itself, and your methods are the route you choose to get there. If your route doesn't lead to your destination, you'll end up lost or off track. That's why it's so important to ensure your methods directly address your research question. Carefully choose approaches that best fit your aims. For example, qualitative methods are ideal when you want to explore complex ideas in depth, uncover motivations, or understand experiences. Quantitative methods, on the other hand, are perfect for measuring patterns, testing hypotheses, or analyzing large-scale trends. Sometimes, a mixed methods approach is the best choice, allowing you to combine the strengths of both qualitative and quantitative research to gain a more complete understanding of your topic. Avoid mismatches at all costs. Using the wrong method can lead to collecting irrelevant data, wasting valuable time, and drawing weak or even misleading conclusions. This can undermine the credibility of your entire project. For each objective you set, pause and ask yourself, what method will best answer this specific question? Be intentional and strategic in your choices, rather than defaulting to familiar techniques. Always justify your methodological choices and be transparent about any limitations. This not only strengthens your research, but also builds trust with your audience or stakeholders. When your methods and objectives are in perfect alignment, your research gains credibility, clarity, and a logical flow that makes your findings compelling and persuasive. Remember, your methods should always serve your research question, not the other way around. Take the time to ensure this alignment, and your project will be set up for meaningful, impactful results. Finally, can you justify your data collection and analysis choices? This is a crucial question that every researcher must be prepared to answer, whether you're presenting to a committee, defending your thesis, or sharing findings with stakeholders. It's not just about listing the steps you took. It's about demonstrating a clear, logical rationale behind every decision you made in your research process. It's not enough to say what you did. You must explain why these choices are the best fit for your study. Consider the context of your research, your objectives, and the specific questions you're trying to answer. Why did you choose a survey over interviews, or a quantitative approach instead of qualitative? Each method has its own strengths and weaknesses, and your reasoning should reflect a thoughtful evaluation of these factors. Defend your tools and techniques. Why did you select this particular survey, these specific interview questions, or this statistical test? Were they chosen because they align best with your research goals, or because they provide the most reliable and valid data for your topic? Be ready to articulate how your choices support the integrity of your study. Discuss the strengths and limitations of your chosen methods, and explain why you decided against alternative approaches. Maybe another method was less practical, too costly, or didn't fit your timeline. Acknowledging these considerations shows depth in your planning and awareness of the research landscape. Show how your analysis will yield valid, trustworthy results. Describe the steps you'll take to ensure accuracy, minimize bias, and interpret your findings responsibly. This transparency is key to building confidence in your work. Clear justification builds trust and transparency in your research, making it easier for others to understand and accept your conclusions. It demonstrates professionalism and a commitment to rigorous standards. If you can't explain your choices, revisit them until you can. Taking the time to justify your approach not only strengthens your research, but also prepares you for any questions or challenges that may arise. If you struggled with any of these questions, that's progress. It means you're ready to improve. Refining your question, aligning your methods, and justifying your choices is an ongoing process. Use these insights to revisit your work with fresh eyes. Remember, your goal is to contribute something meaningful and unique. Subscribe to Thesis 4U for more tips and support. Keep striving for clarity. You've got this.